Why, hello there, once again, people of YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Tomb Raider 3, Jamie Croft Gaming here, and this is part 30. We're still in LUDS Gate, level 14, and level 3 of London, after which we'll be visiting Antarctica. Oh my god, Antarctica is a very diverse level set. The screen hasn't come on properly. I've got the sound, and what I've got is a still picture of Lara close up holding a flare. That's very obscure. I don't know how quite I managed to get that, because I didn't even go out for that, you know. But I wouldn't have. That's not even a photograph. The footage is just froze. I've got the sound. Hopefully it won't go black, because if it goes black, I know I've had it. I know I'm pushing this computer beyond its boundaries to do these. Oh, thank God the footage has come back on. But it's all out of sync and it speeds up again. This is an issue with my computer, not the footage itself. It's the computer's inability to process it properly. And hopefully, if I do get a new one, that won't be an issue anymore. So, that said, I've lost my startup disk for Arcsoft Shoulders, so I'll probably have trouble getting that working unless I just downloaded the pack, which you don't need a disk for. I'm gonna have to do that because I lost the fucking startup disk on it. An idiot. I thought I put it somewhere specific, but then when I looked, it wasn't there. But it was nowhere to be found, in fact. Somebody took it out by mistake, possibly. But if that was the case, it wouldn't have been me, because I'm not like that. And I don't get many visitors, you know, the odd friend or family member here and there. Lara Croft. Oh, that's how you get the key. I had that key and I was wondering, where did I pick that up from? Because I wasn't necessarily paying enough attention to the footage. Because when I'm editing these things, I'm doing so on a tiny screen and I can barely see what's going on. Because when I got the full screen, I can't edit the footage, you see. So I only put the full screen on when I'm commentating, so that I can get a full view of the screen, so I know what's going on down here, what's going on as well, so I can get in the atmosphere, so I've got something to go off on. I could do the commentary separately, I better believe people do, but there's no way I could commentate on a game without seeing the footage, unless I do that thing I did the other day, when I couldn't get the footage working at all, so what I did was I commented on a YouTube video, same level. Somebody a lot more proficient than I am was playing it. I think that worked quite well, and I did manage to process the video, and it does work fully processed, so it's just my computer's issue with moving it, the software that was preventing that. And this is the nightmare area I was talking about. There are several different paths to go, and it's an absolute nightmare. It's like a double-decker of caves and caverns to go into underwater, and that's going to be a problem because Lara, you see the Spyro the Dragon, he can breathe underwater. He's a dragon, he doesn't need to go for air. But being in his Tomb Raider, let's see, Lara Croft, she does run out of oxygen, you do need to go for air. So yeah. And luckily there is an official air pocket, and there's lots of air pockets in places you wouldn't expect. Like here, for example, there shouldn't be, but you can get more oxygen really quickly. She goes, oh, oh my god. And when she does that, a lot of times it sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? But Yep. And that means then, therefore, thusly, that you don't necessarily need to go up there in the place you do. Boiler room key. That's the same key as the key you got on Thames Wharf, pretty much. So London does recycle the keys. It's not the first Tomb Raider area to do this. I was fascinated by the fact you go for it. It's just a glitch that there's no air there necessarily. It's just a glitch, but it's a good one. It saves your life, and I'm all for stuff like that, you know. Bad glitches, not so much, but glitches that actually help you. Yeah, I'm all for that. Especially on a level as hard as this one, frankly. I would still say, however, that Malibu Gorge is harder. This level might be more confusing than Malibu Gorge, and RX Tech Mines is actually most pleasant of the three, which I'm shocked about because it looks more complicated because of all the trucks. But no, actually there only is a total of 3 routes to go down when you get to one. The starting area is a maze, but even that's not as hard as it looks, and it still is a hard level. I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's I died a lot of times, you know. But once you get used to the car and how it works and what it's supposed to do, then it's quite a pleasant level. Which here we go. The sound's gone off and the footage has gone off. The sound's come down, the footage has still gone off. It's still a picture of Lara and AUPV, and that's a quite nice picture. You see that air pocket is the air pocket you're supposed to go for air. Oh dear. And I struggle to imagine, frankly, how this laptop actually, because occasionally when you do stuff, it just crash for no reason whatsoever. Like I can't even scan a document without it crashing these days. It's a pain. And I've got the money to go place it while on it. Well, you know, last time I tried to replace it, it went wrong. So when things like that happen, it puts you off naturally because you're like, oh my god, I replaced the computer and I got one that was even more problematic. And this one wasn't necessarily problematic last year, it's just their ending support for Windows 7 and I was led to believe Windows 10 was probably the better reason. The thing to be on because it has virus swap and what have you. But clearly that it has its own fault as well. So, and I've never had a problem with Windows 7 itself, you know. So, I still prefer to use it because that's what I'm familiar with on it. Windows 8 completely changed the formula. Windows 10 brings 6.4 Windows updates it a bit, and so I don't know. I could still get one with Windows 8 on it to learn the formula. Well, I was looking at a PC as well. That's the problematic thing about that. Still, never mind. That's the air pocket. I had to cut a lot of. I shouldn't say out because a lot of it was just me being confused, going nowhere and having to get air again and doing absolutely no progress whatsoever. And it's very confusing. So even though this was my second playthrough, I found myself having to memorize a lot because it looks a lot more complex than it should do. Given because you'd think if there was all those places to go, you should go on them all for some reason, but no. You literally only need about 2 of them, and that's it. Pull about 3 levers, and that's it. Then 2 divers come out, a few crocodiles come out, you have to kill them. But then you get somewhere. Unfortunately, you have to go back down here after opening up somewhere else up And then when you go back down here, there's no air pockets, so you're pretty much fucked. You don't know where you're going. Oh my god. I can't tell you how irritating that was. This was done a few months back. I forget. But this is 2 months later. I'm on the comedy. 2 fucking months later. No, I'm on the comedy. What an idiot. But no, I finally sort of opened somewhere new up that area through the greatness, the area where we came through at the start to get here. And so there's a dead diver floating around. It's an indication we've been there. We don't need to go there again. But yeah, the UPV is quite a nice vehicle overall. It's also the one I sort of overlook when remembering vehicles from the Tomb Raider series. Because it's only used in this level. And since I'm not that familiar with this level, I play this level very often. I only tend to remember it when I'm actually watching footage of this level or playing it myself, which is kind of bizarre. But anyway, it is a good vehicle. I mean, it's better than the kayak. If you think of the water vehicles, I'd definitely take the UPV over the kayak, but perhaps I wouldn't use the UPV on like white water because I'd probably die instantly. UPVs for deep water exploration, you see, whereas a kayak, so you know what a kayak is. It's a boat. Well, that's why the kayaks are a bit tricky. I guess they are in real life. Tricky to do, but it's nowhere near as good as the controls of the boat in Venice, for example. That boat, very nice controls. No complaints there. The UPV, which I forget what that actually stands for, but I think it's, I wouldn't even try to guess. I guess it's utility something or other, but that's a vehicle. It's very fast. I mean, if you try it, you could navigate this without the UPV. It would be a lot harder and you'd take it along and struggle a lot more. Well, Lara, you'd, oh, 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 I couldn't do it. Oh, 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 oh. I just make a fool of myself. But occasionally you can get to do it lots of times in a row, like really quickly. So just going, oh, 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 oh. Oh god. It's I really like how the glitch is there because honestly, you do need that. Unless you're badass games and do it level in like no time at all, with no like hits, because if you get as good as he is at it, then you're professional. So me, that's not well. Even in levels where I'd be good at like that complicated, I'm still not as good. I'm not that professional, not that good. So, you know, still, I mean, these guys are the professionals. Tina Von Rat as well. Well, she doesn't boost anymore. We don't know what happened to her, do we? Someone speculates she might have died. She might have done. I'm, I don't think that's the case. She wasn't very old. She was, well, I don't know. I mean, she was probably about my age. Slightly older, slightly younger, I don't know. But she was known for being very proficient at Tomb Raider as well. She was more of a Let's player than a walkthrough doer. But, you know, I've got to know them all. Oh, yeah, you do. Over the years, of course. Ironically, I don't watch much of her stuff. So some of it's good, you know. But there was most of the playthrough who came and went. He was good as well, you know. A lot of these people know each other in real life and stuff, which is something that I don't really go around doing. You know, I probably should have done, but I didn't. I'm kind of one of these freaks, you know, one of a kind, sort of. And while it could be beneficial to do a core comedy, even then I still don't think it would pick the channel up that much, because it's just the way my channel is, really. It probably would help, you know, if there is a need in the future, maybe. What's that noise? Is a diver, so you better get the PV back out. They make a horrible noise, don't they? I have to go back in the oxygen room. Now, yeah, when you come back into this area, that oxygen room's full of water, so it's not an oxygen room anymore. But I wonder if you go up to the roof, if it slows the oxygen glitch. It might do. It may well do. I don't know. Actually, I don't think it does. I think I tried on that one. And these dives are a lot more sinister than the ones in Tomb Raider 2. Also, they're fully in jet black, so look a bit more professional than the ones in Tomb Raider 2 as well. And the ones in Tomb Raider 2 were ball tollies, man. I'm not sure who these guys are waiting for. I assume Sophia Lee, obviously. But they might just be guarding what's down here. So, also, I doubt in an Egyptian museum there'd be a big pool of water and lots of caves in it. But there you go. This level is fucking weird, to say the least. Is it the weirdest level in the game? No, that would be the final level. We have to fight. Not trying to spoil things, but Lara and LUDS do fall out spectacularly. Willard turns himself into a giant spider, and you have to kill him. And it's really hard to kill him as well. It's like one of the toughest bosses in history. It's right up there with the Dragon Terror too. Though it is technically easier to kill the Dragon Terror too. But when she refuses to pull a dagger out, that's when you're gonna have a problem. That's the problem I had. She kept refusing to pull a dagger out and he kept coming back to life, and I was like, oh fuck. And then when I saved it there, it seemed so problem. Then she suddenly pulled the dagger out, and I was like, I've done nothing different all of them save the game. Maybe that was the issue. A bit of a bug there. If it was, that's extremely dodgy. But yes, but with the spider, you can't simply knock him out and then pull something out of him. You have to, every time you knock him out, you have to take an artifact. And of course, there's 4 artifacts. So to kill him, you have to knock him out 4 times and take all 4 artifacts. And then knock him out a 5th time and then he'll be dead permanently. And yeah, that can be quite tricky to do. Though, I must admit, I pretty much knew what I was doing against him, because I fought against him before. I actually fought him in 2014, so I beat him in 2014 legitimately, and so I knew that of course, that you have to use a Desert Eagle as the recommended weapon. Of course, you can use the pistols, of course, you can use any weapon. You can use the harpoon gun, but if you use the harpoon gun, you're an idiot, because it hardly does any damage. It just only an idiot would use the harpoon gun to kill him. Oh, I suppose it's possible. And but you're supposed to use a Desert Eagle because that's what's Yes, and you're supposed to use, don't know why I'm talking about the final boss now. 15 shots to knock them out, it takes about. So you need, to knock them out, 5 times, so you need about 75 bits of ammunition for that gun. That's no problem. You should have at least 500 by that point. So, yeah. Isn't it a problem at all? Also, I think the rocket launcher is a good choice as well, an alternative choice. Because it does a lot of damage as well. And that's more clunky to use. And I guess that's why you'd prefer to use this evil. So, what am I going on about? A bird of all bollocks. Yeah, now this area here is confusing. Because it looks like the end of the level, but it isn't. But it does troll you into think it is. Because it's fairly near it, you see. You've got this soundtrack again. Which is, of course, the Cistern soundtrack, yeah. And that texture on the wall there is the same texture as one of her outfits in the Antarctic. So, well, her outfit. The camouflage pants are the same texture as that, which is quite interesting. It's also quite funny. Of those things there, very noisy, as you can hear. And as you can probably tell if you get stuck with them, you get pummeled, but they're quite easy to avoid actually. They're very bizarre, but I mean, I've been to London twice and I didn't see them, but I didn't go to LUDS gate, really. Well, partially because it doesn't actually exist, but you never know, it might. After all, Aldwych is real. And LUDS gate's supposed to be underneath Aldwych, isn't it? So, it's supposed to be a caravan. I mean, a craven underneath caravan. It's supposed to be a caravan. It's not a caravan, folks. A caravan is something you used to go and holiday in around the countryside. Oh god. Oh god. That was embarrassing. Never mind. I said it. What are you going to do? Cut it out? Nah. Commentary is pretty much uncouth, as it is. Yep. Use the boiler room key. And get a save game crystal. And the switch. Ah, you see. Now that's where you have to go to finish the level. And I guess that means we still have quite a bit to go. Yeah, but that includes the cutscene with Sophia, and that's a talkie cutscene, so of course I'll be shutting my mouth off when that happens. And then I'll have a tiny bit more of commentary to do. And then that's a level done, basically, so yeah. What am I doing? I know what I'm doing. That's something very stupid, but the way this section is it leads you to believe there's something more to it than there is. There is sort of, you can look around a bit more than you should. Right. Have you had the trouble of going back through here? Now, if you had a modicum of sense, yeah, it wouldn't be necessary to go where I'm trying to get to now. All you have to do is get back on the. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Is that possible? No, it's not. Oh, I'm talking a lot of shit here. Never mind. But yeah, you have to go back on the ladder. I mean, what the hell am I on? The ceiling. I've lost the plot. But yes, wasn't ladder climbing just in Tomb Raider 2? Then it's monkey bars. They're monkey bars, of course. Oh, they're similar textured. You know how these things are. Ladders, rope ladders, whatever. And you get to a different bit to explore. Oh, this. I have a theory that this might have been the original exit to the level. Because it overlooks a similar area, and I think you're supposed to believe it is. Because when you go down there, funny music plays. Now, you don't have to come through here. It's not the end of the level. You can't reach the end of the level. So what am I doing here? You know what I mean? But, yeah. I just thought I'd show that, you know. If you try and actually go off there, you'll die. It's supposed to throw you off into thinking it is actually the level, but it isn't. And you will die. So, funny that. Well, not so funny, depending on your opinions, but it's interesting because I think that maybe it was the original exit. And they, of course, left it in as a troll, a bit like the troll cave. The troll cave in Crash Site, of course, which is so specific. No, that really is a troll cave. Oh my god. Right, what am I doing? Getting UPV for one last time. Just make sure you have enough oxygen before you go on here because it's, oh god. It is a long trek. And oxygen meter only goes so far, even when you do have oxygen, so gotta move quite swiftly. And that's something that I find have difficulty to do occasionally because of me being the spies. So, oh look, I didn't notice that. That's pretty cool. I mean, chased by a crocodilian here, which is lovely. Then I try and look for the air pocket. Then I was trying to see whether there would still be some kind of air pocket there. There isn't. And also, I was in trouble because I was running out of oxygen. And I think you can see where it's going. I think I die. Yeah. It's inevitable, really. What do I? Because I've got a shit ton of medipacks to use. Yeah, I do. Always. I don't know. I'm acting like I don't know what I'm doing, but of course I've already edited it, so I've already looked through it. So how can I not know? Well, the fact is I don't remember everything. I remember most things. Oh dear. There you go. I knew it. Died. One of my daughters just come up on this, but Leah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's the burglar. Yeah, and I thought, since I died, I thought I'd showcase what happens when you try and go off there. She dies. So this mock ending level, so it's just there to throw you off. You don't even need to visit there. You might want to visit the other part because it's got a few items there, and yeah, overall this level is very strange, but very intricately designed. It's a bit broken the way it works, given that you don't even have to put your bowling foot off to finish it. And you see that, oh my god, I've left the loading screen, but you see the thing there of it, you see the current position was, and above that was select adventure, because I'd already started Antarctica before I went back to do this level. So, at the risk of completely fucking the game up, I did the level again. Yeah. But I wanted to complete the level, goddamn, because it's so frustrating when bugs happen and stop you from doing things. Hopefully we won't have that trouble in Tomb Raider 4, unless I use the cheats in the things. I'm not going to do that, because I know about that, the game breaking bug. And I know that I do need to use the cheats in Tomb Raider 4, because of the situation with the save game crystals. Well, I left the footage of me opening this room again. Because I thought you needed to see it more once. And because, well, technically I died, so I hadn't done it, but I don't always leave the footage of me redoing things in. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Occasionally I do, occasionally I don't, yeah. And, well, 25 save crystals over here. Let me see what's going to happen. I'm so stupid that that's nowhere near enough for me. Oh. Wait a minute, I shouldn't have said that, Oh wait, I did. Never mind. Great. So, finally I'll get back on the utility. Seriously, what the fuck? I heard something again. I'm probably being burgled. That would... I wouldn't think that's the case, but there is something going on, which is a bit suspect. And because when you first come across this, you think, oh, fantastic, this is the end of the maze, but of course it isn't quite. It nearly is, you know. Because actually the end area does look very similar. This is a very, when you go in it, I shouldn't be, we're going to come across it very soon, so you'll see. And of course, you know, I mean, you suspect it's a good level, but it's bloody treated, especially this bit, the section. Oh my god. But like I say, when you're used to it, it's not so bad. And since I knew where that door was, yeah, I didn't have any real trouble. Except the part where I died. But apart from that, there's no need to hang around in that area anymore. So fantastic. Ready Power 2 is needed to sustain me. Oh my god, and I got the UPV stuck. Utility Purpose Vehicle. Utility Purpose Vehicle. That's what UPV stands for. And I don't know why my brain didn't connect the dots. Oh, I do know actually, it's completely fucked, but there you go. Right. So this area here is the final area. The water section's over. Hurrah! Hurrah! Huzzah, frankly. Huzzah. Huzzah indeed. Oh my god. That just sounds extremely stupid. Oh my god. Because it is, you know. Right, and right. I'm just trying to work this out because I don't want to be commenting when Sophia Lee comes on because she talks to her, and you might notice something incredibly familiar about the look and the sound of Sophia Lee. I don't want to spoil it. Oh, might as well. She's the same. Judith Givens did the voice of Lara Croft and Sophia Lee. And Sophia Lee has the same face model as Lara as well. The only thing that's different is her hair and outfit, of course. And the fact that Sophia Lee's voice is, well, it's obviously not exactly the same voice, but you can tell it's the same voice actress. Oh god. So it's kind of like she's talking to herself, which is pretty funny. Then you're like, wait a minute, isn't that a bit too far? That was like, well no, I'll go for it. It is too far. I'm gonna die. I do. No, that's the wrong entrance. That's there for you off again. Oh yeah. So what you're actually supposed to do is focus. What the fuck? Not that. Every time it's a different result. Oh. Oh my god. Right. So this is not the exit either. It overlooks the exit. But if you go down, it's like. So what you're actually supposed to do is climb to a higher area, which is the exit. It took me a while to click, I think. Oh my god, that is stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. Oh, it's me. You're not really going to get professional gameplay in these things. What? I just seen this. That's just not been edited properly. Oh my god, it probably hasn't. Oh. Oh well. I don't know how long she's standing there. Oh my. Jesus. Like, what's going on? What is going on? I do not. I don't know. I can't check to check what's going on. I can't check to see what's going on. Don't finish this recording. Was no point because I'm like no finished level, so I don't believe that anything should be going on. But it's probably the freezer. Or someone has a problem. Some stupid thing, you know what it is. Right, so yes. Is that there's two, if you like, false exits. And as you can see, I've got all 6 secrets. And only one exit, which is the way you have to go, and that's it. And the footage is frozen for me. Sounds the one. This is as good as it gets, isn't it? Right, it's about to cut off a cutscene. I have to be prepared for when that happens. So, and then I'll be back again very. Oh. You see, isn't that funny? How complex it is. Kinda strange, that. Kinda strange. Nah. Pretty much what you'd expect.
Ah, Miss Croft. I take it you're ready to sign on.
To what?
Well, my books. You see, with your lifestyle, you'd be the perfect campaign for my products. Just think, you wouldn't be needing those unsightly weapons anymore.
No, but I'll probably have an unsightly face, judging by your past experiments.
My what?
Oh yes, they're all still alive. Very much so, in fact. All I want is the artifact.
Right, in your next life.
We'll see.
Okay, let's review the final statistics. And you can see the level took quite some time. But evidently not quite as long as it said on there. I'm quite proud of myself, actually.